Card mastery is the best way to get gems and coins in Clash Royale, and I'm going to show you in this video how to make the best use of mastery in the game. I'm going to give you 7 of my best tips, and after this video you are going to be able to get gems and coins and wild cards and all these crazy mastery rewards at least twice as fast as you were before. But before we get into this video, I would just like to say 99% of people that watch my videos are not subscribed. 99% of you watch it, you don't sub. I would just really appreciate it if you would hit that sub button. It helps out so much, especially for a small creator like myself. Thank you guys so much, and let's get back into the video. Okay, with my first tip, a lot of people really don't take this into factor at all, and it's that it's easier to master cards that are a higher level. As you can see, almost every card has a damage dealer task to be done, and the higher level your card is, the more damage it's going to deal. But this really applies for almost every single card in the game. So I would recommend focusing on your highest level cards for mastery because it'll be quicker for the damage dealer category. The second tip is not to play Path of Legends or challenges when trying to get mastery. This is because for most of you, it will lower down your cards to level 11. You will not be dealing as much damage with level 11 cards, meaning that you will not be getting your mastery as fast. But on the flip side, if your cards are lower than level 11, then playing in challenges is the way to go because all cards will be level 11. My third tip is to play in the party modes, especially if they have a game mode out that is faster than single elixir, because right now you can see they have sudden death, and that means that you can play more of the card that you're trying to get mastered because you can cycle quicker and more cards are going to be played, which will be giving your card you're trying to master more value. So you can play the card you're trying to master more times. And yeah, sometimes they won't have a sudden death or double elixir or triple elixir game mode. Then I would recommend using 2v2s to get mastery because there will be twice as many cards for your cards to interact with, basically giving your cards once again more value for your mastery. And for tip number 4, if you want to master a card quickly, go with spells first. Spells are much easier to master than troops. And if you want to see the 10 easiest cards to master in Clash Royale, then go ahead and click the card in the top corner because I made a video on that as well. And for tip number 5, I'm going to be showing you the type of decks you want to be using when trying to master a card. For example, if I'm trying to master the Valkyrie and the Log, let's say, then I'm just going to throw them into this deck with a bunch of 1 elixir cards so we can cycle quickly and get back to them, pretty much just constantly putting down Valkyries and constantly getting Logs down. So I'll be getting a lot more troops destroyed and a lot more damage dealt because I'm going to be getting that Valkyrie down more. And I also have the Rage in here, so you can rage up your Valkyrie as well, or whatever troop you are trying to master, making it do more damage quicker. For tip number 6, it's more of a general tip. A lot of people, when they're trying to master one card, let's say like the Log, they are waiting for that perfect opportunity to use the Log. They're just waiting for a skeleton army. They're just waiting for a skeleton army to come down, or a goblin gang, or a bunch of units at once that they can log to get more value. But they're taking so long just waiting to use it and not using the Log, taking away times that you could have just used the Log and cycled back to it and used it again just to wait for that one perfect moment, if that makes sense. Basically, I'm saying that you should stop waiting for the perfect moment and just try and use the card that you're trying to master as much as possible, because the more you use it, the faster you're going to master it. It's that simple. And for my last tip, tip number 7, is just stop playing for the win if you're playing for mastery. For example, if your opponent is using Tombstone and you're trying to get your Log mastered, then you're going to keep getting value with that Log by logging that Tombstone right before it's about to die. And if you're already about to win the game, don't just win the game. You're going to keep getting value because they're going to keep placing that Tombstone. So let the game continue as long as possible so you can keep getting value with your cards. And that is going to be it for my 7 best tips on how to get mastery quickly in Clash Royale. If this video was helpful for you whatsoever, I would really appreciate it if you hit that like button. If we hit 200 likes on this video, I will do a part 2 with more tips on how to get mastery quickly. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.